6:34, Mike Apple enjoying vacation. So we are joined by Kris McCusker over at 680. Good morning to you, Kris.
Good morning, Mel. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well. Hopefully you had a nice weekend.
I did, yes.
That sounded very exciting.
Well, you know, I have to say there's a degree of anxiety getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning. So
that'll do it.
Yeah, and I'm not used to it. You know, I'm not making excuses. I set 4 alarms just to be safe, but there's a degree of anxiety over the weekend going into this. So now I'm good.
And you never get used to it. We will send you some caffeine. No, you never do. You never do.
Okay.
You just get charged by the smiles, honestly, like you
Right.
build on this. So there you go.
Right.
Get your caffeine later. We're talking interest rates today, and that'll keep you perky.
Yeah, yes, and it's likely keeping investors perky in the U.S. as well, because there's a bit of a question mark around where the path is, or what the path is in the U.S. as far as interest rates go. We got a better than expected jobs report in the U.S. on Friday, which is actually it was bad news for the markets, sort of an interesting spin, because it could change the path for interest rates. So investors are going to be watching that. Again this week, we're going to hear from the U.S. Fed chairman. He's going to be speaking to lawmakers, so maybe he'll offer a hint, maybe he won't. At the same time, we're going to get a Canadian interest rate announcement as well this week. Now, the Canadian dollar has been one of the best performing currencies so far this year, up by about 4%, and it's hovering at close to an 8-month high. If the U.S. does move forward with an interest rate cut, while the Bank of Canada not likely to cut, that could drive our dollar further higher, which potentially could be problematic for exporters. So I'm pretty sure the Bank of Canada governor, he probably always watches the dollar, but maybe a little more so nowadays. As well, we are hearing this morning that Boeing has lost its first customer in the wake of that I guess, mess around the 2 deadly crashes involving the MAX 737. It is a Saudi budget carrier, Fly a Deal. It's reversed a commitment to buy as many as 50 MAX planes, deciding instead to operate an entirely Airbus SE fleet. So this is the first airline to drop the plane following those 2 deadly crashes earlier this year, and this, of course, all of this has been a big setback for Boeing, which is still working to update the software on the MAX planes and get them back in the air. They have been grounded since March. Shares in Boeing on this news trading in the red in pre-market trade. And then we were keeping an eye as well on the divorce between Mackenzie Bezos and Jeff Bezos. They've got all the money worked out now, and Mackenzie Bezos got $38.3 billion in Amazon stock. That makes her the world's 22nd wealthiest person and the 4th richest woman. Jeff Bezos is still the world's richest man.
How much is he worth?
Jeff Bezos, I don't have that offhand. $120 million.
Oh, no big deal.
Billion.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he's worth even more than that.
Yes.
No biggie.
And she's at $38.3 billion. So.
All right, not chump change there. All right, thank you, Kris, and you are with us all week long.
I am, yes. It'll be much better tomorrow, I promise.
It was great today. Thank you. Appreciate it.